I don't know if we talked about this the last time, but we did have to swap from having a native app like through the App Store to a web app. So we kind of bumped up against that a little bit. And there are a couple like technical difficulties for that sort of thing that we're kind of having to contend with. But all in all, it's not too terribly bad, actually. And that's honestly like one of the biggest barriers that we just have right now is just making sure that we don't have anything fall into the cracks in that swap between native app to web app. But like, it's not really that big of a problem. It's going really well, adapting things to the slightly new format. And I think we're making really good progress. We're not really butting up against anything catastrophic. It's not like the earlier days of our project, we were constantly having issues trying to get it to load on our intended device and stuff like that. So it's, I think we're in a really good spot. We're making good progress. We don't have anything like really blocking us right now. It's just getting things in. So
cool. So with the playtesting, the kind of feedback that you guys got, is it like actionable feedback? Like, do you guys have a set plan for the next month or so you have until Fuse?
Yeah, a lot of the feedback is actually pretty actionable, which is, a lot of times with feedback, it'll be just kind of like very vague stuff that you aren't really sure what to do with. It'll be like, this felt just off, or this is weird, or I just didn't like it. Well, I can't really do much with that. Like, what didn't you like? But we always try to ask like clarifying questions when people say vague stuff like that. So that really helps us get more actionable feedback than what we would have had otherwise. That's part of why I like doing playtesting in person as opposed to, sometimes you'll have playtesting by just sending out a link to something and then people fill out a survey, which is fine and that's good and it definitely works. But it's also really good to have face-to-face playtesting because then you can get more clarification as it comes. We do have a pretty good plan. There's specific things that we want to work on. Like here's this specific UI element that we need tweaked, or here's this specific art that we need implemented, or here's this, just specific functions that we know that people are having issues with or that we want to change just to make it easier on people. So pretty much most of the stuff we got was pretty actionable, and we do have a solid idea of what we need to do to get things to where they need to be.
Hello, my name is Sean Lee, and I am a programmer on FUSEBox. I think in terms of where we are right now with our project, things are going pretty smoothly. We have the groundwork all laid out, and I've been told that during playtesting people have been navigating it pretty well without having much trouble trying to figure out how to go from one place to another or what's what. I think that things are going very smoothly, honestly, by that metric. We already need at this point, and we're coming up pretty close to the end here, like last long-range stretch. I think all we really need at this point is to tidy things up, make games related to the different projects that they're going towards.
So, you are a programmer on the project.
Yep.
How is it going? Like, what are you guys working on right now?
So currently we're making sure that everything is working in the areas of like having sounds functioning in UI, making sure that the games are all working the way that they should be, and basically just making sure that we've got things, we're mostly on the polishing phase right now, save for a couple of additional levels that we're interested in introducing for some of the passport stuff that we got going on here.
The project has been going really good because we kind of knocked out the UX stuff really early as we were doing the app, because that's kind of what they needed to get started. There's a really long middle part where it was just the programmers kind of working on getting all the functionality in. And now that we're heading towards the end, it's kind of coming back to the UX and the art people to get everything in. And especially it comes back to the UX people to kind of make the experience more enjoyable overall.
What are you guys kind of working on? Because you only have like a month left. The whole UI stuff is just set in stone.
Yeah, most of the main things. The main feedback we got from David was that our app is functional, but we need to make the app now enjoyable to use. So that's kind of going to be our goal moving forward, is just kind of make the experience a little bit more enjoyable and a little bit more fun in the context of the exhibit.
So when you say fun, what do you mean? Like, are there going to be things for the players to do? Like, what else?
It's like really small things that just kind of elevate the experience of it, like adding little animations, adding like, you know, like there'll be like maybe a confetti thing when it says you win, or there'll be like coins falling when you win. Just like really like little aesthetic things is kind of what we're going to start working towards now.
Okay, cool.